LC gang, back at it again with another video, and today we are making nail decals. I figured that this would be a secret that I will put all my upcoming nail techs onto, and even existing nail techs onto, because these are something that you can make right at home yourself. All you're going to need is a printer and literally paper. So if you would like to know how I made these decals, then just stick around. It is water slide decal paper by Haynes Paper & Co. I purchased this from Amazon. I forget how much it was, but I will leave a link in the description box below. I also go back and forth between these two acrylic coatings. I purchased this one from Amazon as well, but you can get this at Lowe's or Home Depot. And I actually purchased this one from Hobby Lobby. So now we are going to hop over to our iPad, and this is where all the magic starts. So we're going to go to Safari, we're going to Google search the images that we would like to use, and we're just going to select them, hold them down, and add them to our photos. In Cricut Design Space, that is another program that I use. It is a free program, and I basically use it just to go ahead and get rid of the background, make it more transparent, and it allows me to size it down a lot easier and just print it off all one sheet of paper. We are going to select a new project and come down to the left hand corner and upload, and we are going to upload from our photo library. Basically, now you're just going to select the one image that you would like to clean up and make transparent so that we can go ahead and print it off for our nail decal. So once you have selected your image, you are just going to go ahead and clean up the background using the removal tool. The removal tool does have an adjuster to allow you to either take away more background or take away less background depending on the image. So here I turned it up high at first, and there you can see it left me some of these blotchy kind of patches on there. So with that being said, we're just going to tone it down just a tad bit just to kind of clean up that image, and that's perfect. Always make sure that you are using that black and white image as a reference, because that is how it's going to print off on your water decal paper. So if you leave it kind of with that middle background in there, it's going to print up with that white background. Now we are just going to go ahead and next our image because we're happy with the way it looks. We're going to save it as a print then cut, because if you do not, if you had the Cricut machine, it would just print a hole into your paper with the Gucci symbol, and that is not the look that we're going for. So once you have saved it, uploaded it, we're just going to pop over and continue to do that for the next couple images. So as you can see, I'm just going to use my removal tool, get rid of the black background, and then come back in with my eraser. I seen that there was a line on the bottom of my image, so I just went back with my eraser tool and kind of just hit it one more time to make sure everything was nice and crisp. So now I'm going to head over to my rose. We're just going to take our removal tool first, get rid of the excess background. Now we're going to kind of clean up any of those extra rose petals that were there to kind of make sure our image is complete. Then zoom back in between the snake and just clean that up. And at the end, I use the despeckle tool, which basically gets rid of all those lines you see in between of the image and just cleans it up for me, so I don't have to go in there with an eraser tool and really blotch the image. So once you have selected all the images that you would like to upload, go ahead and save your project. Always save your project, because this app does tend to glitch out and you will lose the progress of what you started. So always save it to your iCloud. Therefore, if you need to pull it up on any other devices, you can. It's not limited to one device. So once you've saved your images, it is time to size them to your nail bed. So Cricut Design Space is done in inches. So I say about 0.25 to about 0.75 is a range and size that these images should be. Therefore, It does depend on the length and width of your nail, so kind of size accordingly. When I was actually designing the decals here, I was trying to use my snakes on top of the stripe, but as I started to do the nail, I realized that that did not look good. So I did not go back and change the sizes, so it did come out a little bit smaller for a medium-sized nail. So if you would like to go ahead and kind of bump that to about a 3.5 range, a little bit more, that kind of would probably be better. I also wanted to add that the background that you place these water decals on have a huge effect on how they show up. So if you do too dark of a background, the image will not show up. I.e., that's kind of what happened with this gold image. That's why I do not use it. It wound up printing too light for my liking, and you just could not see the image at all. Now maybe if I would have used a white background, I would have had better luck, but we just went ahead and just said forget about it. So now we are going to select make in that lower right hand corner, and make sure you take the bleed off of this image. Therefore, it gives you more of a nice crisper image. If not, it'll bleed all together and you will have a big mess. So when you get to the printer, like I said, you're gonna put the shiny side down, slide it all the way to the back. And I do closing my little paper catchers up, right up on the paper, make sure it's all the way to the back, and we're good. So, taking your spray, holding it about 8 to 10 inches away, and do a nice, even coat. Once you have your first layer of acrylic coat on there, you're gonna go ahead and head to your oven, put it on high broil, and literally pop it in there for like 2 seconds. Just enough until you see that paper start to curl, and that's how you know it's drying. You're gonna repeat this step one more time. Go ahead and spray it with another layer of acrylic, pop it back in your oven, and you should be all done. Now to apply your water decal, you place it into a bowl of water for 5 to 6 seconds and then peel up one of the corners and boom. You can use water to help you kind of place it on the nail a little bit better without the image ripping into pieces. Once you have found your placement of the nail, you're going to go ahead and take your top coat and just dab it on top of the nail decal. That way it doesn't shift the whole nail decal and ruin up the placement work you just created.